Hello everybody, welcome to Community Forgers. My name is TheElderAcorn, and today is special because I am starting a new series called The Honorable Mentions. And what I'm doing in this series is that I'm taking 5 maps that I thought didn't quite deserve a map feature, but were really close. And a lot of these maps just had a couple smallish things that I didn't like and that I didn't think could deserve a full map feature. And so none of these maps are bad, they're actually really good maps, and so that's why I didn't really do a full feature, just because they had tiny little things that I didn't like about them. And I'm going to do a couple of these videos like every couple months, and that's about it. So go ahead and have fun watching this video. Now, this first map is called Reave by Paperweight, and this will play Infinity Slayer or Slayer Pro 2v2. I forgot to mention that this is actually a 2v2 map, and it does play pretty well with the 2v2 map. It's decently small, so you might be a little bit packed in there, but it actually plays really good. I love the gameplay. It's very balanced, and everything's very competitive in this map. The only problem I had with this map and why I didn't want to feature it is because it's very linear, and it's very generic and very basic, and there's just not a lot this map has to offer. The aesthetics are nothing amazing. I didn't do it because of the aesthetics, I just did it because it's very basic, and the structure is very competitive, yet just really kind of boring. And so I didn't want to do a full feature just because, you know, it wasn't quite there. And I was really close to featuring this map, actually. This is probably the closest one I got to featuring, but I decided to put that in the honorable mentions. And this next map is called Driftstead by Wolferious, and the game type is Giant Attack, and the game type is actually a mod that Cosmic Storm 300 made, and you can go check out that video where I show you how to get that mod. And the mod basically lets the Flood have their own custom loadouts, and so all the Flood have hammers, and they're also a lot bigger because that's just how the mod is. The mod makes the Flood bigger, and so it's kind of scary, and that's why he calls the game type Giant Attack, is because the Flood are, you know, humongous, and it's really scary to try to defend against. And also, another cool part about this map is the custom loadouts that you have when you're a human. You can be like a medic, you can be an archer or a swordsman, you know, they have different classes, and that's really fun. But here you'll see gameplay how it's super scary to fend off against these huge Flood coming at you. And also, this map just looks gorgeous and really good. I love the aesthetics on this map. He has some really unique, cool things that I've never seen before that I really like. The only problem is that the Flood were really slow and that people could break the map and get on the roof. So the game type just wasn't quite there, but the map itself was just amazing. The only problem was the game type. And now this map is called Cargo by Gibsonology 007, and this will play Slayer, KOTH, CTF, and I believe Extraction. And as you can see, it holds to its name, and it's a really cool looking map with cool cargo crates everywhere. It really feels like you're in like a construction yard with cargo crates, and the aesthetics just look amazing on this map. And I was really impressed with the aesthetics, and when I was looking at it in Forge, I was like, oh, I'm totally going to feature this. But then we went and played it, and the gameplay was very shaky, and it had a big problem with flow. And there's this whole section of the map that just gets all the action, and the other half of the map just, you know, you hardly ever go there. I mean, you spawn there and then you just go into this section where there's all the action, and I wish he would have just fixed a couple of little things and this map would be just great and really amazing. But the flow was just not good at this map. There was weird height advantage. There's a lot of just little weird quirks around this map that I felt that it shouldn't be featured. But I do love this map, and I want you guys to go ahead and download this map and see this map yourself, because it is still really cool with some great aesthetics, and I think you guys could learn a lot by looking at some of these great aesthetics. And now this map is called Civil, and this is by me, and it plays this game type that I kind of came up with called Outbreak. I actually got the game type from my friend Clutch, and then I kind of, you know, shifted it a bit and changed some things. And this map is very basic, and that's why I kind of didn't want to feature it, just because it's not really unique at all, and it's kind of basic. And a lot of people said that this is like a Slayer map and a Flood map mixed, because I usually do Slayer maps, so this is actually my first Flood map I've ever made in Halo 4. And it was kind of, you know, kind of shaky, and it wasn't just, the gameplay was just weird. I don't know how to explain it, but the gameplay was just kind of weird in this. I do like the aesthetics. They're kind of simple and basic, like I said. I actually called this map Civil because I kind of tried to base it off the Civil War, and I was trying to use a lot of wall pieces to make it look like a Civil War type structure, and I think I did a decent job with that. It kind of looks, you know, old-timey, and the special effects make this look really good, and it is a fun map, but like I said, it's just, there's nothing unique in it, and, you know, I didn't really want to feature this map like a whole feature. But, you know, go ahead and download this if you want to. It's not my best map. Of course, it's my first Flood map, so it's not amazing. But you can still download it if you want to try it out. And also, I haven't tested it a lot, so there might be some quirks on the map that haven't been completely figured out. And now this map is really cool. It's called Pressurised by Recon Stealth, and this map I was really close to featuring as well. And if you can't tell, it's actually placed on Forge Island inside the big island. Yes, he used teleporters to get inside this big island, and he built the map in here. And also it's really cool because he used water in it, which is so exciting because without Forge Island we wouldn't have water. And this map looks really cool. It's just really unique and different. And you know, like the walls and the ceiling look really cool. And the reason I didn't do a full feature on this is because it had a lot of glitches and it had a lot of frame rate. And just because it's in this section, there was actually just a lot of weird things that were happening. You know, like people would turn black and you couldn't see them, and some people would get stuck in the walls. But besides that, this map was really fun and really cool looking. I really like the structure in the middle. And guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. I love you guys so much. See you guys later.